Are we 23 this week?
Now I'm 15.
Yeah, 23.
And you're way older than that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm closer to 23 than you are.
That's fucking horrible. And welcome to episode 23.
Wait, hold on. How old are you?
42.
42. So you're 12 years off 30. Oh, it's close. It's 3 years I'm closer to 30 than you are. Oh.
Why do we have to start like this? Dick.
3 years. Oh, that must
all right,
be
let's
awful.
get on to how we normally do this. And what have you been doing this week?
Making you feel old, clearly.
That's every week.
Yeah. I mean, I think you do that to yourself quite often. Little rants you go on about. What was it on the game that you needed me to do the other day because you didn't have the reaction time for it? I don't know what button it is and it's making me angry.
Brilliant.
Like,
I've already admitted to being shit at video games, and here you are saying about that. Great.
It's not even your shit. You got arthritis or something. You've got all the old man diseases coming in.
Great.
CTE. That's not really an old man disease. That's just, you kind of sign up for that when you start wrestling, isn't it?
I think for the amount of episodes we've done where we've picked on you, I'll probably do this one, right?
Oh, yeah, no. Especially after last week and the whole fucking taurine thing. I'm never letting you down. That's not even... The worst part about it is that you took credit for that. No, I'm just an idiot who has access to the internet.
No,
right?
I told you and Madison, because when Madison watched the outtakes, she went, Dad, I remember you saying that, and I remember you laughing, and I didn't believe you. I can't believe my older brother has believed you about bull piss in her.
No, I probably didn't believe you then, but I've seen many a TikTok of it, and as I have proven many a time, TikTok is 100% accurate and a very good news source. So, you know what? I hold my hands up, guys. I'm not very clever.
No shit. Right, upcoming shows. Well, we would have just had, when this comes out, King of the Cage.
Would we?
Yes. There's
I
not a
don't
poster
know
over there.
date. Yeah, no, I was looking for one.
The 27th. So congratulations to the winner. I don't know who the winner is. No. I will have maybe also done a promo and said who I'm facing at Body Slams to Cancer, because I am having a match.
Have you decided who it is against, or have you gonna wait?
That's not for me to decide, but I'll get told.
You have,
and then
you have
2
your name
days...
on a fancy bit of paper. You can choose who you go against.
I have a bit of pull.
Yeah.
2 days after that, I'm in for my surgery, so that will decide whether I ever get back in the ring after that or not.
Hopefully not. You shit.
Yeah, I know.
You've
spent
also
many
made
years being
this
shit.
really off-centre. That's very annoying.
Oh, well, it's
Look,
fine.
I need to move like over here for this to work.
Well, good job, because you haven't had a shower this morning, you smelly little fucker.
Yeah, I have, actually, you dickhead.
Anything else that you've been up to?
Not really.
Has there been any announcements about Body Slams to Cancer?
I don't know. I don't go on Instagram, really.
No, we're hoping to have another prize come in very soon, which will be a signed Lincolnshire.
That'd be good.
Yeah, so we've got the title belt, we've got the potentially Lincolnshire coming in, we've got the Rockstar package, we've got the Hickory's voucher. I can't remember what else. What?
Can I have that one?
No, you can enter the raffle.
Oh.
I don't think we're allowed to enter the raffle.
No. that's probably
I need to get a
legally quite
letter
bad.
to the butcher again, or to the. They're not really the butcher. I can't really say what they are because people are a bit soft online.
Why do you need to let
But
Ben know?
Wow. We should have hopefully a meat hamper. So
Meat hamper? Barely know her.
wow, it turns into a shit comedy show as well. And then, other than that, this week,
I don't know why I find that.
we beat Luton,
Yeah, we did.
and we beat Chelsea, or we lost to Chelsea. We'll see.
We'll either win, lose, or we'll draw.
Because we're recording on Monday. So
it's tomorrow. We'll get pumped 5-0, but, you know.
You said that about Luton.
I said it would be like 1-1 against Luton. I never said we'd get pumped 5-0.
Yeah, but then you went 1-1 if we're lucky, but then they'll probably beat us because they're former Prem and they've still got Prem players.
No, I said they still got Prem money. Also, again, you've really not lined everything up. Like, I've had to line that up with the drinks. Look. Wait, hold on.
Wow. Why don't you do postering? Because you'd be pretty good at getting them up straight.
I have been postering.
Yeah, you make me stick them up.
Yeah. I'm there to carry the bag. I can't talk to people. And the amount of times that I put the blue tack on the wrong side, I give up.
Admittedly, that does happen, yeah.
Yep.
Posters going back to front.
Yep.
Great job.
Right.
Right, so this
Jolly
week,
good show.
got anything else to say before we introduce our guest?
Nah, not really. I can't think of anything.
What about that bit? Oh, come on, if I can read that from here.
Yes, of course I can read that. Like, share, subscribe, and rate on podcast platforms. As always.
This week's episode of the Lad and Dad podcast is sponsored by Muscle Juice. Scan the QR code and type in FFW10 for your 10% discount. They are suppliers of energy drinks, flapjacks, protein mousse, and all sorts of other wonderful supplements.
So, let's introduce our guest. So, this week we have a guest who runs a shop within Lincoln and a charity that we have supported for, I was supposed to write this down, many years. I can't remember how many now, but we have Stacy from Sophie's Journey. So,
good morning, hello.
welcome to our cold gym.
Very cold. It's just like being in the shop, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
No.
I don't know if you've seen any episodes or if I sent you the notes, which I should have done.
Nope.
No.
Doesn't shock me.
It doesn't shock me either. So we normally
That's your
start this
favourite
off.
thing to do, that. Oh, yeah, I'll get round to it.
I get distracted. No.
You had to go at me before we were filming while explaining what it was to be like. It's like, oh, yeah, he gets distracted and he'll go on little tangents. You get distracted and go on little tangents in your day-to-day life.
Yes. So
Like, not even
anyway,
speaking.
we normally start this off with you giving us a bit of information about you.
Myself or the charity?
Well, let's go with both. So we'll start with yourself, and then we'll go into the charity.
About myself. Obviously, I'm Stacy, mum to Sophie and Lucas. I'm 40. How old are you?
42.
So I'm 43 this month.
Oh, you were one of the oldest in the year, weren't you?
Yeah,
And I was
so
one
I'm-
of the youngest.
Yeah, so 43. Like I say, mum to Sophie, who the charity was set up in memory of. Sophie was diagnosed with cancer back in 2016. She was diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumour. The brain tumour was medulloblastoma. Unfortunately, the type of tumour that Sophie had was a high grade, which was a grade 4. It's a grade that you don't basically want to get because the chances are it'll either come back or it'll simply kill you. Sophie was with us for 2 years while she was on treatment. She went through many things: surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, lots of other things that a child of a 10-year-old should not be going through. And then unfortunately she passed away 2 years later, but she passed away peacefully at home with family around her. And before Sophie passed away, we did a wish list with Sophie, what she wanted for us to do after she passed away. I'm going to struggle now. So before Sophie passed away, her one true wish was that nobody else went through what she did. Now, nobody can promise that, unfortunately.
No.
Cancer's here to stay, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It is. If there was going to be a cure, where is this cure? Where is it? That's all I'm going to say, because I'm a big believer that if anybody was going to be cured, they should have been cured by now. It's as simple as that. Anyway, Sophie asked us to carry on her legacy, because while she was with us, we raised in excess of £50,000 for the Children's Brain Tumour Research Centre in Nottingham. So obviously we couldn't promise her that nobody else was going through what she went through, because it's just not possible. So we was given her a breakaway at the seaside, and it was just nice to see Sophie just being a normal, I think she was 11 at the time, flying up and down at the seaside on a go-kart. She absolutely loved it. So what we did is we launched Sophie's Journey, and what we do is we provide free holidays for children with cancer in Lincolnshire, and up until recently we've also added adults onto it as well. So no matter where you are, a Lincolnshire adult child, we provide them holidays free of charge for you.
Which is amazing. Just going on my mum's story and people who I know over the years and currently, one thing that is commonly said is they just want a bit of normality.
Absolutely. When the children go back to the caravan, the one feedback we get from families is not only are they coming back as a whole, because when you're in hospital you tend to have mum that's in with hospital with the child, dad's at home trying to obviously keep the bills going, looking after the siblings, so they are split in two different locations because they are, but when they come back together at that caravan they are back together as a whole, as a family, so they're creating their memories together as a whole family, which is, it's priceless, it's just beautiful.
I think the worries and the stress, the financial burden, which sounds awful, but there, obviously there is, life is carrying on around everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Cancer, unfortunately, is expensive.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
because you usually tend to have one parent that has to stop working if both parents are working at the time, or you've got single parents as well. That we do have families that are a single parent, and unfortunately, dad's not on the scene, so it's only that one parent that's looking after not only the child that's poorly but also any siblings as well, so the impact is absolutely massive, it really is. And people just don't get it.
No, and I, for such a prevalent, is that the word, prevalent disease, I don't think there's enough out there for people, both financially and for that sense of normality.
Yeah, I would say there's more support out there for children with cancer financially than there is adults. I mean, you've got your normal, obviously you can claim your PIP, your benefits if it's still called PIP, but there is a lot of charities out there, children-based, that will support children with families, but for adults, obviously we've just taken on adults, and obviously the research I'm doing, there isn't a lot of financial support out there as in charities for adults with cancer. That is a big, it's not a grey area, but it's an area I think could be improved as well. Yeah,
and I think it's about, a lot of people have to do their own research as well, don't they? And it's not down to people not wanting to help. It's because it's so here, there and everywhere. Some counties have different rules, and then some counties have different charities that do help. And
I mean, in the hospital, we're quite fortunate with the children under, I think it's, Teenage Cancer Trust, they go up to, I think it's 25 now. They do have an in-house, like a support worker, social worker, and that social worker will come in, she'll help you with your PIP forms, she'll help you access any grants or anything for the child or young adult. But adults, again, I know you've got Macmillan, but there isn't any, the grant stuff for adults, and like I say, it's a big area that I do think needs looking into as well. Yeah.
So with what you're doing with the adults now, obviously you spoke to me privately about that, but is that something you're happy to talk about on here?
Yeah. So it has been something we've wanted for quite some time. As I said, recently we've added the adults into the charity as well. We've had already, what we had, 1, 2, 3. I think we've already had 6 families that have gone off. That the adult, unfortunately, has been diagnosed with cancer. But the next step and the final step, I said that about the charity shop, but it doesn't stop, is we are going to be raising a lot of money to purchase our first ever, I'm going to say property, because we're umming and ahhing which route to go down, property or lodge at the minute, to see which one would be better financially, and obviously how long it's going to last us, because if we buy a lodge, it might only last us so many years before we have to upgrade it and stuff. We are going to be launching our first ever, and it'll be the first kind of thing for Lincoln as well, Lincolnshire. It'll be a palliative holiday home for adults, and it will be based in Lincolnshire. I don't want to say the area as such as much now, because I say we're still looking into it. The building as such, the property is going to be fully kitted out for palliative end of life as well, so the family can go there, have a holiday. It's not going to be too far away from home, which will be great for the access for the local nursing team, for the emergency services as well. Yeah, it's going to be an extra beautiful, special thing. It really is.
And again, so many people, when they hear palliative and end of life care, if you've never been through it with somebody, I think doom and gloom.
Yeah,
But
it's
again,
not.
you're making memories, aren't you? You're spending time, valuable time with loved ones,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
there's no amount of money. Well, there's no amount of money that can buy that, but obviously everything does have a price, so it does come at a cost, you know. And like yourself, you're doing this to help people, and there's a massive cost behind it.
Absolutely.
So this is why it's really important, and why we see we want to support Sophie's journey, and that's why we're doing just the one charity this year, because it's, again, for us, it's adults, children. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive thing for Lincolnshire. I think it's going to have a massive impact on our community, as in it's going to help a hell of a lot of people. It really is, because when you get to the stage of palliative or end of life, there's more involved. It needs to be more comfortable. So the location, wherever it is that we purchase this property, it's going to be very comfortable. A caravan's fantastic, but it needs to be more comfortable, because as you get to palliative or end of life, things start getting more painful. You're unable to do a lot of stuff, so the property will be fully kitted out with we're going to have recliner chairs that you're going to be able to push outside onto decking, so they can participate in anything that if they've got children, they can take the chair outside, watch their children in the hot tub, watch them playing on the grass. It's going to have full hoisting system all the way through, so if a patient, I'm going to call them a patient, is end of life and they are needing to be hoisted, the hoist and everything will all be there for them. We'll have proper hospital beds in there to make them more comfortable, so it can be reclined, sat up, laid down. It'll have a full wet room system as well. It's going to be beautiful. It really is.
So the thought behind all of that, is that stuff you've learnt through the caravan, or is it through research, or just a bit of everything?
So my background, I've always been in a care related background job. So I see it from both sides, from somebody that doesn't need the adaptations to somebody who does. So it's very important that we include all of it. Obviously the caravans, we have got one caravan that's fully adapted as well, so no matter that child's needs or adults, they can go on holiday. There's nothing stopping them from going, because it's fully adapted for the individual. It's great.
Yes, it's things that if you've not been through, you probably wouldn't think of. And there's so much going into it. I think behind the scenes, if people realised what you were doing.
I mean, even with Sophie, I mean, towards Sophie's end of life, she was unable to walk, she became incontinent, she had a catheter fitted. We had to have, because we was in a house at the time, but there was no room to put, for example, a stair lift in, so we had a stairmaster put in, which we was able to transfer her onto it and then get her upstairs, because she didn't want her bed downstairs, and we had to respect her wishes. Got her upstairs. We had ceiling track hoists put all the way upstairs in the property. Obviously a hospital bed and stuff. So there is a lot that I've learned from that as well. That's things that make it a little bit more easier for families to cope with a child that obviously may not be as mobile as what they used to be.
And that's it. It's about the individual's wishes as well a lot of the time, isn't it?
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
You know, again, I can't speak for everybody, but, speaking with people over the years, when we've done Body Slams to Cancer, build up to it, we try and speak to a lot of people to get the message out there. People don't realise that it can be what you as a family want, you as an individual want. So if you want your bedroom to be your bedroom, there will be a way of keeping it that way. And over the years we've supported St Barnabas, and I think a lot of people thought you just go in there, it's grey rooms. Like, again, just speaking to people who have never had to live through anything like that it's just a grey room where you go to die, and it's far from it. I don't know, I mean, you went in there as a kid, I don't know if you remember.
I was like 4.
So do you remember when the ice bucket challenge was a thing?
I remember doing that.
We remember doing that with Sophie.
Sorry, Thank you, Ashley, for nominating me. I nominate Dale, Will Jackson and Thomas Alcott.
Right, and what are you going to do with your pennies?
Put them in the money jar.
The charity money jar.
The charity money.
Step back from the door. Was that cold? He saw us all doing it as really small kid. I've got the video somewhere. And he went, I'm going to do it. I was like, do you know why we're doing it? And we explained it to him, and he got all of his change from from his pocket money and all of his change from what he'd won in the 2p machine, and he'd kept hold of because he'd only spend our 2p's, the ones he wanted keep. So, but he took it all and walked into the door at St Barnabas to give it over. So that's the only time you'd have seen inside there, I think. And it's such a far from what I think the public's perception of anything. Like that
like
is.
you say, I think unless you've actually been through it, you don't really know. My granddad's end of life was at St Barnabas as well, and it's not like people, like you say, it's people think it's doom and gloom, but it's not. They go above and beyond to make it not that doom and gloom. I
mean, I think I'm very lucky and privileged in some of the stuff I've been able to do because of this. And we went to the hospice in Grimsby.
The children's
where
one.
they specialise with children.
Andy's.
That's the one. And it blew my mind. Absolutely incredible. They asked us to come in and meet some of the kids, and at first there was dread, like I don't even know how to describe the feeling, just like a sinking feeling in my chest. Like I don't think I could do that. But then you get there and it's just amazing, and the kids are so happy. I think there's not enough conversation about, especially childhood cancer, but in general, you know, it's such a taboo subject.
It's like a lot of people don't realise, for example, September is actually Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. It's a month where a lot of the children's cancer charities come together. We raise as much awareness as possible about childhood cancer. But, you know, we've had people coming into the shop going, well, what is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? Well, it's exactly what I've just said to you. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. It's about raising the awareness. It's about making people aware of the symptoms that, you know, some children show before they're diagnosed. And, we're not going down the diagnosis route because that takes forever to be diagnosed. But and like, for example, cancer research, they are supposed to be part of this. But I've walked through town, and not just in Lincoln, other areas, this month in September, and I have not seen one shop with anything related to childhood cancer awareness in their windows.
I've got my own thoughts about Cancer Research UK, and it's pretty much goes along the lines of they can suck my balls. I think
I've no comment on that one, to be professional. But
I don't have to worry about that.
That just broke my heart, knowing that they're supposed to be there, and there was nothing in the windows. And I was just like, do you know what? I'm so proud of what my shop's done. We've got so much up in that shop just to raise awareness, and it will actually stay up. I won't be taking them down because I want it to be constant raising awareness.
The more it's in your face, the more you pay attention to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just by knowing some of the symptoms as well could save potentially a child's life.
And again, that's it. It's so, I think small things are so easy to ignore, and there's so many people who will bury their heads because they don't want to be overcautious. But I think the message is massively important, and again, anything we can do to help, just tag us and everything, and
you'll regret saying that.
Well, it's, I think to our fan base, to a lot of our wrestlers, they all understand how this started, and without this, they wouldn't have a place to train. You know, the shows and that the fans come to. So I think they understand that. You know, it's an important thing to us as a family, as a company, and as a community. I think there's so much that we shy away from in British culture. It's another one that we were speaking about the other week is mental health, especially in men. It's so shied away from.
Absolutely, yeah.
And one of the recent conversations I was having with a guy who I know, he'd lost someone and didn't realise you could get counselling through different charities because of bereavement. It's just such a taboo thing. The word cancer is so scary to so many people, they'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah.
And again, like I say, especially when it comes to childhood cancers.
Yeah, I'll always remember the first day. Well, when we was transferred from obviously Lincoln to Nottingham to Queen's Med, them doors opening on that children's oncology ward took my breath away. It was heartbreaking. It opened my eyes up to a lot to see these small young children. I mean, it sticks in my head. There was a little boy. He was on a little sit-on ride car. Mum was at the side with the drip stand. Obviously, his chemotherapy was running through him at the time. He was flying up and down on the ward on this little toy, and I just thought, oh my God, you know, he had a bald head. I've never been round a child with cancer until that day. And you know what? It broke my heart, but it certainly opened my eyes. It really, really did. And like you say, they just smiled. You wouldn't know anything was going on apart from their head being bald.
Yeah.
I
think some of these kids are so brave.
Absolutely.
And they I think as adults we look at it as they still want to be children. They are still children.
They absolutely are.
That's the be all and end all of it.
The thing is, they are robbed of their childhood.
Yeah.
They really are robbed of it when they're going through their treatment.
Yeah.
But they still smile, they still laugh. Don't get me wrong, I heard some very haunting things on that ward, and still to this day I get flashbacks of it because it's true. It was heartbreaking. I witnessed several children unfortunately pass away during the night on the ward. It was horrendous. It really was. It was it was horrible.
But it's not all that though, is it? Like,
no,
just them smiles that you get from some of these kids.
Yeah.
And again, we've been to the Sheffield Hospital, and we saw a kid manage to ring the bell, and I was like, oh, you know, there's so many things where. That's lost your brain, hasn't it? Ring the bell, you don't know.
No, I know what that is.
Oh, okay.
I was just
You looked a bit like, what is he going on about?
No, that's me trying not to say anything because all I could think of was Charles Robinson.
Wow.
Finger guns. I know, it's bad.
Yeah, I think as an adult, we probably put a lot into it, especially with the sick kids. But when you see that smile, when you see that childhood innocence is still there, that needs to be protected.
Absolutely.
And I think, again, going back to what you're doing, that keeps that protected by letting the kid have holiday, you know, and be with their family and stuff. And whether it's TV or people actually think like this, you do see it on TV where it's portrayed like a parent will protect a child too much, as in, you stay indoors, you stay indoors, you stay indoors. And yeah, okay, when their immune system's low, we know you have to step up and be the bastard at the minute. But, you know, there's so much where we can still enjoy the time with family. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, going back to, like you say, about the immune system, when obviously Sophie's counts were very, very low, it was at the state, many parents will understand that you do everything to protect your child from getting an infection. You're constantly cleaning your property, you're always checking with family and friends. If you've got a cough, cold, please do stay away. But then you get some people that are like, oh, you're just being rude, and it's not. It's because you're trying to keep your child safe, because what people don't understand is that infection may be a cough, cold to you, but that cough, cold can put that child into intensive care or become very, very poorly and very, very quickly.
And that is very quick, isn't it? It
is very quick, yeah. The amount of times that Sophie became unwell, I mean, Sophie ended up getting sepsis at one point, and that just come out of nowhere, and it was just like, oh my God, what is going on? She got shingles from somebody that had chicken pox, but didn't think to tell us that they'd had chicken pox. Again, for a child with cancer, shingles is, again, it's one of them, you don't want your child to get that. And unfortunately, Sophie did get that while she was on treatment as well. And that was awful. That was. The pain that she was in on that was horrendous.
Can imagine.
But you just, you do everything you can to protect your child from getting even more poorlier.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough, again, with adults, but children, it is so quick.
Yeah, it's very quick.
But they can also switch it and come back to
Yeah,
as healthy as possible very quickly.
We had many a times where Sophie was really poorly, and then all of a sudden she was like, "Hey, what's you looking?" She was fine. It was like she just recovered so quickly. Not all the time, the few times she did, but that was nice to see there when she did recover.
Yeah. So with Body Slams to Cancer, you brought her to one of the wrestling events.
I did, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
So she had not been very well. She'd had a chemotherapy, but she was adamant that she'd had chemotherapy actually that day. It was only a day case. But Sophie didn't handle her chemotherapy very well. It used to make her poorly. Well, it makes all kids really poorly. But she was adamant she wanted to come. We brought her. I don't think we was there long, though, if I remember rightly.
A couple of matches.
Yeah, but the most hilarious thing was that she was like, "Why can I see their ding-dongs?" And I'll always remember she was like, "Well, why are they wearing leotards?" And we were trying to explain to her it's part of the show, it's part of the costumes. But I've never seen a little girl absolutely, I'm going to say it, she pissed herself laughing over seeing male ding-dongs. And I was just like, oh, for God's sake. But that's who she was. That was who Sophie was. She was such a character. And if she had something funny to say, she would say it. She's very much like myself. She just says it as she sees it. But she had a really good time of the time that we was there for. But yeah, that's one thing that'll always stick in my memory. Is the ding-dongs.
And has that tradition followed on with some of the volunteers who come along?
Absolutely. So some of our team come along to the show to help out on the tombola that we do. And for example, Nikki and Nikki and Lucy last year.
Oh, we're name dropping everyone. Okay, this is good.
Yeah, but they didn't know where to put their eyes, put it that way. It's quite funny. And they were on about that actually on Saturday, weren't they, as well?
Yeah, I thought I'd bring it up just so you could embarrass them a little bit more.
No. And they said to me the other day, can we go again this year? I said, yeah, absolutely. If you want to go, absolutely. So they're really looking forward to coming, but not just for the being perverts. They're coming because they really, really thoroughly enjoyed the show like I do. I've always said it's such a well put together show and I love coming. And Lucas is coming this year as well.
Oh,
so
cool.
That'll be nice to see. He's like, oh, can I go? It's like, yeah, get your dad to book your tickets and you can come. So yeah.
It's so funny that an event that was supposed to be for 100 people, in my mind, just as a one-off, has become what it's become. And I'm not saying it's like the WWE or anything like that, but it's the best our little company's been able to do.
What is the highest attendance we've got for slams again?
The biggest venue we can get for it is 450. So any other venue that's bigger, it would be very expensive, and that minimises the donation we can make. Yeah. So it's about attendance and cost. And fortunately, we with leisure centres get a good price. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's people who come most years who don't come to any other events, which I think is amazing that people come to support. I think it started with maybe they came to support one charity. Yeah. But now it's every year that there's a couple of faces that we only see at them events, and they come along. And wrestling isn't for everybody. I totally get it. The same as football isn't, or rugby isn't. But I nearly said for 2 hours. That's a normal show. For 3 hours, people switch off all their inhibitions and just become part of the show. And the audience is just as important as the performer, especially on this show, because one thing, like I say, it started off with our family story, but it's everybody has got a story. Everybody can relate some way or another. And it's something we try and get interaction online with. Like, we want to know people's stories. We want to, every year we do the music video at the beginning of the show where we all come out to the ring,
and that makes me cry every single year.
Do you notice how many of the guys wear sunglasses when we come to the ring?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And I think we'd love to get more members of the public involved in that, but I think so many people are so worried about being vulnerable for that, 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, he can't even bring himself out to ringside for it.
Nah, I can't.
He won't. He stays backstage, and some of the guys are like that.
Yeah.
You know,
And
some of them just
that's
can't do it.
fine. Everybody's different in the way that they deal with things like that. There's no
Yeah.
right or wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some of the wrestlers before look over and see some of the biggest guys there, and yes, okay, it's predetermined, but some of the wrestlers are actually like tough guys.
Yeah.
And I've had it before where one of them's gone, I saw him cry. I won't name anybody, but I saw him cry, and that's what got me. I can ignore a video because you release it a week before the show, so I've already seen it. I've cried at home, but when you see this person or that person cry,
Yeah.
that's where it gets me. Or when you look in the audience and you see someone you know or a kid crying, and I think that's the importance of it, though. You know, for a minute to be vulnerable, to realise why we're there, not why we're there, why we're all there.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a big thing, and I want to raise $5,000 this year. That's my target for you guys. $5,000. So
I'm sure you can do it.
I can't remember our biggest amount so far.
I'm on the show. There's no chance.
But we've got a bake sale going on.
Not if you can't make an hot chocolate. Come on.
I made the hot chocolate. It was just
No,
shit.
the machine made it for you.
Yeah,
And you
it
still complained
made
it
me-
wasn't full.
It made me a fucking dribble. You can see where the
You
line
are
is.
the
It's
dribble.
not even a quarter. It's not even a quarter full. That's not my fault. This is completely out of context. It happened off camera. But that hot chocolate machine can lick my gooch. That's bullshit. It barely gave me anything. I know this is like way left field compared to what everything else that's been said. But fuck that hot chocolate machine.
It's actually a coffee machine, but
Well,
Oh, it's a hot chocolate machine for me now, and it can. Oh
I've lost where we are now because of your little rant.
no. Do one.
$5,000 the target. That's
Yeah, there
it.
you
yeah.
go.
There's a bake sale going on the 4th in Gainsborough.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, so one of our from our juniors class,
Amazing.
she's gone and done that off her back. She's got some teddies for a raffle. She had a football, a Lincolnshire, and she asked if the wrestlers could sign it. I was like, why do you want wrestlers to sign a football shirt? Let me take it to the football and get some of the footballers. So
Yeah,
that's
to
been
sign
signed
it.
by the manager, the goalkeeper,
Oh,
and I think about
amazing.
7 other players so far.
That's good.
Yeah.
Then we're going to donate a wrestling shirt if we can find one. I think we've got some old Body Slams to Cancer ones.
Wow.
So again, they've already, you know, the money from them's been donated already.
Yeah.
So now it's just lying around. If we can find one, we'll get the wrestlers to sign that, and
Yeah.
that can be, you know, if it raises a £5, it's a £5. If it raises a £10, it's a £10. Hell, 20p. Every penny counts, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, she's doing that. We've not announced it publicly, but we're going to do a 24-hour episode of this with guests and video games and watch-alongs and exclusive matches if I can get them edited in time. So that'll be interesting, so people can donate via that. I need to do maybe a Just Giving page or something. And I don't know if other people from within our gym are going to try and do other little things. I know over the years they've done little bits
Yeah.
before. So yeah, hopefully we can get close to that target. If not, hit it. It'd be
Wonder if you
nice.
could do something on that night in the ring while it's down there.
On the night of,
When you do the...
so the door will be open, is what we're going to say.
Okay.
So people can turn up. So if anybody wants to come and be part of the podcast, they can turn up and just come and take a seat, and we'll have a chat. If they want to do some in-ring training, we're going to test how the volume works with this, with them training down there.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
But people can come and do that. People can come and watch. If they, you know, if you're not part of the wrestling gym, you can come and watch, and we'll just ask you for a donation to come and watch people training. Or hell, if you're from the public and you want to have a chat on here, you can come and have a chat on here and give us a couple of quid to do it.
We need some important people down here then, don't we, really?
I don't know anybody important.
Well, Lincoln's got to have some important people.
Oh, I don't know.
You can always get your best mate Loeve.
I've asked him to be on it.
What's he said?
If he needed to speak to someone.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'll see if I can get some footballers to come. I can't guarantee it.
Surely Lincoln City will get behind us.
I think it's because half the time we say some shit on here that
Oh yeah, we
probably
see
doesn't
some-
look so professional.
It's-
And
So-
it doesn't help that you make the outtakes.
And I make
as
the
well.
outtakes, yeah.
Are you making an outtakes this one, or are you thinking, oh no, let's not bully everyone because it may be a
No,
sensitive
the
topic?
serious ones where it's okay, we're going to have a laugh, but ones where we're talking about mental health or cancer, I don't think it's appropriate to make an outtakes and make people say that they're drinking piss. So them ones I leave alone, and I'll just put the clips out there. I just need to wait for the credits to come back in. But yeah, I'd love to get people on to talk if I could figure out how to do online, like Zoom or Skype or anything like that.
Just go online on your
Yeah, but how
page.
to do it live through all of this.
Mengen.
I've got someone who might be able to help, but if we could do online, I could potentially get some former WWE people to come and have a little chat
What
with us.
about messaging Mr. Marshall, John Marshall?
Do you know he came and hosted one of our events once?
Yes, he did, because I
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
Am I meant to
He,
know who that is?
He might come down on that night.
Well, I could try. So
Let me
you
just
don't
have
have a clue he is. It's fine, I'll tell you.
Little-
So he was a host on Lynx FM for many years. Yeah, many years.
Yeah.
And then when that was it taken over or changed or whatever, he became a host on the radio station that your Opar listens to in the car.
What, Links FM?
It was Lynx FM. It's now something else. I don't know.
Oh.
And he went on to that, and then I think they let him go. They let all the regional ones go or something
Yeah.
and just had a main station.
Hmm.
He hosted one year and did a post about it on social media. Excuse me. And one of the villains, I want to say Dylan at the time, Dylan made a post back to him as the character, and we got an email saying, it's disgusting, I'm giving up my time to come and help you guys, not being threatened by a wrestler. I'm like, yeah, it's wrestling. It's a character. And then he saw the funny side and made a joke of it on air. And then he came and supported the event.
The subsequent email back, my bad guy.
Whatever year it was the year that I faced DDI
What, for the European and then
for
DDI?
the European, and he got
concussed the
knocked
shit out of
unconscious
himself.
and had to go to hospital and still won the match because I'm a loser, obviously.
That's a worker, that.
So I do kind of remember that year.
Mm.
But yeah, if he could come along, I mean, he's got his own podcast
He has, yeah.
with much better reach than ours. But yeah,
Think about like 12 people listening to it.
we could also try and keep pushing that Adam Rickett button as well.
Who's that?
Adam Rickett.
Yeah.
So
You know
he
the
was-
noise that frogs make?
Yeah.
That's that.
Oh, it's him. Sorry.
There's a freeze frame in it, that face. So Adam Rickett was in Coronation Street
Okay.
and he
yeah,
did a song. I don't know if he had more than one song, but one of our wrestlers comes out to his song. And
Right.
we've been trying to get some social media push on it, but we're not getting many retweets, or it's not even Twitter we use, is it? What's the one we use? TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
So we're trying to get people to get some traction behind it so he comes and sings him in live.
Oh, nice.
And during the, I want to say 90s was when he was in Coronation Street. So there would have been a lot of girls that we knew through school who had him on their bedroom wall because he had abs. Blonde curtains, abs, if I
Yeah.
remember right.
Okay, it's sounding familiar.
But I
now.
can't remember who he was on Coronation Street.
Things you do when you're young. Ugh.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't go into that with...
Yeah, we weren't very good at school, was we? I certainly wasn't.
I can't imagine going to school with him.
I was an angel.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
Is this the right one?
That's him, yeah.
Okay.
That's Adam
found his
Rickett.
Instagram to figure out who this is, because you mentioned it in the Flex one, and I heard his entrance thing, but again, I'm 15. I don't know who these people are. You think I've ever watched an episode of Coronation Street in my life? No, is the answer. I can say it. I can say it, right?
No,
Why not?
because that's now been taken out.
Wicked.
So-
What? This is the most bipolar Instagram account I've ever seen as well, by the way. I'm just scrolling through it. 1 week it's that, and then 2 posts later,
It's a picture of his shirt off.
no, look at what... It's him singing. That's like before AI was a thing as well.
Okay. So what we normally do with the wrestlers who come on, is we talk a little bit about food and movies and stuff.
Okay.
So we'll keep a little bit of our normal topic with
Okay.
that. So when we're travelling around going from town to town and wrestling show to wrestling show, some people, and for a little bit of time I did this, is you take your meal prep everywhere, but it becomes real boring real quick. So it's easier to just pick up a meal deal and McDonald's. So do you get meal deals from Tesco or Co-op or anything like that? And if so, what is your meal deal?
Oh, so all the time, because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered to make my pack up for work, it's always a tuna sandwich. Always.
Can't really go wrong.
Usually hummus and dips and a Diet Coke. Plain Jane, really.
I think tuna's the safe one for me.
Protein.
Yeah. No, tuna's the safe one. Like, if there's too many
Absolutely.
options, it's tuna.
Yeah, but it's got to be plain tuna. It can't have yellow things in it. Sweet corn.
Oh,
Ugh.
sweet corn.
Oh, no, you poo them out. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, rinse them off, recycling.
No.
And this is why I don't cook at home.
Yeah. Yeah, always a meal deal.
Yep.
I don't think that has anything to do with the cooking, because you still eat sweet corn, then shit it out. Whether you cooked
Yeah,
it or
then
not.
you can put it in shepherd's pie, can't you? Once you've rinsed it.
Shepherd's pie
If it's
tastes
not
like
properly
shit
clean,
anyway.
you can't tell the difference anyway.
Shepherd's pie's minging. Anything with the word, like, why is it named after... What makes it a shepherd's pie?
That's a good point, really. Why is it called shepherd's pie?
Is it?
You know,
It's
you've
like-
got in your hand right now a smartphone who you just had to look who Adam Rick it was. You could have just typed that in.
What? Yeah, but what makes it a shepherd's pie? Unless they're, like, killing the sheep and then put them in it.
I think it is something to do with it being lamb, isn't it?
Why is it called shepherd's
I
pie?
never used lamb, though. I always use beef.
One's a shepherd's pie and the other one's a cottage pie,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Because it uses lamb and a shepherd tends to sheep.
I think I'm a bit back to front because I'll make a shepherd's pie out of beef, but I'll shove a shepherd's pie sauce in it. But it's got beef in it. It's
I
not
don't
lamb.
get that though. Why is it called a shepherd? So the entire point of a shepherd is it basically raises a sheep like a pet, doesn't it? Or is it just keeping them as farm
No,
animals?
it's essentially a farmer, isn't it?
Alright. Oh, I don't know. Because any picture I've ever seen of a shepherd, they seem to be real good mates with this fucking sheep. So what are they doing? Just chopping its head off, killing it, and then eating it. It's like, oh, great. Imagine you did that with your dogs.
My ancestors may have done.
That's racist.
Why? I am talking fact.
Still,
It's not racist.
I'm not racist. I love John Barnes. But no, like, that makes no sense in my head. Like, why call it a shepherd's pie?
I don't know.
And why isn't, like, I don't know, steak bake called a farmer's bake? Because a farmer does it. You know what I mean? I have a feeling that bit's getting cut there.
No, we'll see. McDonald's meal of choice. So again, when we're travelling around, like last night, for example, we're on the road on a Sunday, 11. There's nowhere to eat except for a McDonald's. What's your McDonald's of choice?
I'll find the
It's
message,
got to
actually.
be a Big Mac meal.
Yeah?
It's got to be.
Just
But I
the
have to-
normal Big Mac or the chicken one?
No, just the normal one. But when it comes, I have to take gherkins out. Oh.
No.
I can eat gherkins out of jar, but
Oh.
not in a burger.
How strange.
I
You know
am
it's in the
strange.
sauce, right?
It's just yeah, but that's different. It's not looking.
It was
at
at 10
It's
you got
not
food,
warm,
actually.
and it's not. It's just warm and it's horrible. Ugh, no. They
Oh,
come
see, I
straight
think
out.
it's the only thing in their burgers that have flavour. I say this every week, but the gherkins are the
He
only thing in
asks
the
the
burger.
same fucking
If I
question
had a jar
every
of
week.
gherkins at the side of me and my burger, I could take a gherkin out, bite it because it's there and it's nice and it's pickly. But in a burger, it's warm. It's disgusting. It's gross.
I'm into it. Any other strange drinks that you have from there?
You're like the one episode you're not doing outtakes of. She said, "Oh, it's warm and it's," and you've just said, "Yeah, I'm into it." And that's like peak content for this fucking outtakes, and it's the one episode you're not doing it.
No, because that's always what I usually get. I'm a bit of a plain Jane. Stick to the same thing that I know I like.
Yeah. No, I get that. Though I did try the thing that you have, the drink. The cold drink with the cream on the top.
Oh, the caramel one.
Yeah, I tried that.
I like it.
Yeah, it just tastes like ice until you put double espresso in to melt the ice. Then it tastes all right. Very sweet.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, very.
Why-
bit
it's
too sweet.
sugar and whipped cream. Why do you think I like it?
Yeah, a bit too much for me.
Fanny.
Yeah. What sort of movies are you into?
I don't really know on that one because I just watch what Ben puts on the box.
Oh, okay.
He's the chooser in the house because I'm a flicker. I just flick through them and he just gets annoyed with that. So he knows what he wants on and I just watch it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you got a favourite movie though?
Okay, it's probably actually it's actually going to have to be Home Alone. Unfortunately, I've always loved that, and it was one that means a lot to us as a family with Sophie as well.
There's nothing unfortunate about that. I love that movie.
We watch it every Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And now we've got obviously Lucas into it as well, and he knows why we watch it Christmas Eve
So
as well.
we'll backtrack a little bit. What's his understanding?
And how old is
So Lucas is now 7.
he? Swift answer.
Obviously over the years when he was younger he'd point at pictures. We've always spoke about Sophie. We've always said this is your big sister. Not really gone into it too much when he was younger because he didn't
There's
understand.
no concept, is there?
But probably when he was about 5 he started asking more questions as to who she was, where she was, why he's got a sister and he can't play with her. We did have a rough year. Must have been probably about a year and a half ago. He was really struggling that, you know, he's gone to school and all of his friends have got, you know, brothers and sisters. He's got a sister but he can't play with her, he can't see her, he can't speak to her. And he did have a few months where people were a little bit unkind to him at school, unfortunately, which really did affect him. And we took him to Lucas is very much into churches, and Sophie was as well. She was a massive church, castles, anything like that. Ben's very much like it as well. And we
So
took
more
him,
the building itself, yeah.
yeah,
Right,
actually just the buildings.
Yeah.
And we took him to, where did we go? I'm trying to remember. It was Newark. We went to Newark and he asked to go into this church. Both me and Ben was with him, and there was an area in this church. It was the altar, but it was full of like different Bibles and stuff, and you could kneel on your knee. I mean, we're not religious or anything, but we could not get him out of that area. He was so upset. He was crying. He felt safe there. And we said to him, why do you feel safe, mate? He says, because I can talk to Sophie.
Wow.
And to this day, that has always stuck to us. We don't know, can't say why, or because we don't know what was going through his mind. But yeah, that was really sad to witness. That was. But he is very understanding now. As he's getting older, he does understand. And we have just basically told him that, you know, she had a poorly thing in her head. We haven't gone into too much detail again because he's 7 years old.
Yeah.
We don't want to confuse him. And he just says, yeah, my sister was poorly and she had something in her head. So that's how we've left it until he gets a bit older, and we'll explain it a bit more to him. Or when he feels like he needs to know, then
Yeah.
we'll tell him.
Yeah, it's age appropriate, isn't it? Because again, you
Absolutely.
can describe everything, but that's gonna potentially be harder for you
Yeah.
to have no understanding
Yeah.
of for him.
We just don't want to scare him, if anything,
Yeah.
because, you know, the days when when he's not very well, we don't want to thinking that, oh, I'm poorly, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Because there's that as well. So we have to be very, very careful on how we approach things with Lucas. Really, yeah, we have to be very cautious,
Yeah.
because it's not nice. It's not. But he
Yeah.
just goes to visit her. He doesn't know. I mean, Sophie's buried. Again, that was her choice. And we do take him up to visit her, but he doesn't know she's physically there.
Right.
We call it her garden.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
go to her garden. Again, as he gets older, I mean, Lucas is not daft. He's a very clever boy for a 7-year-old. So he probably does know that she's below him, but we haven't actually told him that. We've just said it's her garden, and we take flowers up. He takes toys up to her. We take the dog up to her, and the dog pees on her. The dog knows exactly where Sophie is, and the first thing she does is she pees on top of her. Every time. It's Sophie's dog.
Yeah.
It's really strange. But they do say dogs sense things.
Big time.
Every time she pees on top of her.
Yeah.
How many
time.
times did Sophie provoke the dog? Is this like
well,
some
yeah,
long-term
to be fair,
revenge
she
plan?
did put the dog in dresses quite a lot. She used to dress Daisy up in dresses.
This is the long-term revenge
yeah,
plan.
this is
isn't it?
probably revenge. Absolutely, yeah. She used to do all sorts. That dog put his hair up and all sorts. So it probably is revenge. Yeah, and she'd see the funny side of Daisy peeing on her anyway, because she would.
This might sound really random, especially to anybody watching or listening. The dog's understanding, which again might sound really out there to some people, but how did the dog react?
The dog was very lost.
Yeah.
Very lost. Towards Sophie's end of life, again, Sophie passed away at home. It was her choice. That's what she wanted. In her own bed, in her bedroom. We got her up there. And Daisy would not leave her side. And I do think it is true what they say, that dogs do sense when somebody is very, very poorly.
Yeah.
After Sophie passed away, she would sleep on her bed. She would sleep at the door. She would whine. She knew she was not. Yeah, the dog definitely knew. And even still to this day, you can say to her, "Where's Sophie?" and her ears prick straight up. Still to this day.
From the work I did with dogs, they can smell the chemical changes
Yeah.
when
I
someone's
never thought
close
of it
to
like
the
that,
end,
yeah.
so they can smell and they know. And there's a
Same
the
when
same with-
pregnant though. Isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
Thinking,
Yeah, because Daisy used to lay under my tummy when I was pregnant with Lucas.
They can smell and sense so much that we couldn't even imagine. They've got dogs that are trained to smell cancer as well.
No.
Yeah.
I've not heard of that.
Yeah, you can train a dog to smell cancer before it's diagnosed.
Wow.
They can smell the changes in the
Wow.
body.
isn't that incredible what dogs can do? And
they
we've
can-
ended
Dogs
up
are
with
very
Douglas.
clever.
They can smell before an epileptic fit happens,
Yeah.
so they can make you sit down.
Now I have seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
that, but I've never seen. Yeah. Wow.
And dogs will, how do you word it? They'll not want to leave your side if you're at end of life,
yeah.
generally
which-
speaking.
Yeah.
But cats will try and get out of the way.
Wow.
Cats are afraid of it.
Wow.
So yeah, and a dog would rather die near its family, and a cat would rather die on its own. It's crazy how
Yeah.
animals can sense this sort of stuff.
Same with deers though. Deers know when they're about to die, and they basically tell everyone in their herd, don't they?
Yeah.
They just go, "Yeah, lads, I'm dipping."
But with our cats, I don't know if you'll remember this, but when Becca's dad had cancer, the cat got really weird with him, like very clawy. And then we had one of the wrestling referees, an older gentleman called Mal Mason. He came round to the house and stayed over, and the cats got very clawy with him, and he was saying he was terminal,
Oh God.
and they were clawing at him. And then when my dad got cancer, they were clawing at my dad as well. So
Wow.
there's something with cats where they just don't like it.
God.
It's mental. But yeah, the reason I ask about the dog is because there's a lot of research to say it can really affect them when they smell that change. And if someone passes away and they're there with it, it can really change their personality, and they become either very distant or very clingy.
Yeah. Daisy was definitely clingy. Definitely.
Yeah, and they go through mourning. I don't think people realise
Yeah.
that.
No. Yeah. I agree with that. Definitely. She was a different dog after Sophie passed away.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's again, people just don't give credit to animals, and
Dogs are great.
For those who know me, I care more for animals than people most of the time. So
I said it earlier when you were going on your rant and you went completely nuts. It's incredible what dogs can do, and then we've ended up with fucking Douglas.
yeah,
And he is thick as pig shit.
yeah, we got a broken one there, haven't we?
Yeah. But I feel like even then, if something were to happen, he'd kind of switch on and figure it out.
I don't know,
Especially
I
because
think-
he's a hunting dog. He's got a great nose, hasn't he? It's Douglas.
Yeah, but I think if you collapsed on the floor, he'd probably just try and hump you.
Yeah, no, that's also a good point.
Yeah, you're not safe around him.
No, he's a monster. That dog, he'll get you.
So we ask.
I'd break time. I need a piss.
Okay, I'd break.
I do
time.
this every time as well. You'd feel like I go beforehand, but
Right.
I've had a whole bottle of Pepsi in the middle of it.
If you piss.
And I'm going to do it early. Oh shit, I'm going to make the whole way around. Hello, camera.
Wow.
Yep.
FFW Pro Wrestling and Fitness Centre is the training school for Fight Factory Wrestling UK, based just off Doddington Road near the Birchwood in Lincoln. We offer wrestling training for both adults and children ages 8 years and upwards. We also offer personal training in one-to-one and group sessions, run by a husband and wife team consisting of a level 3 personal trainer and wrestling coach and registered nurse. FFW has been helping people on their fitness journey and producing professional wrestlers since 2013. We focus on your holistic well-being and care with bespoke classes and personal training sessions to suit all. More details of this can be found on our website, fightfactorywrestling.com, or you can send us an email at linkswrestling@gmail.com to get more details.
Wankers.
Exactly.
And that's how we're starting again. Welcome back.
Right, yeah, so you've been for your pee break.
Yep.
I'll skip
It's not
over
because
the
of that hot chocolate.
I'll skip over the funny stories bit till later. But just off camera, we were talking, and I'd like to go into that a little bit. So, the grief process. Let's start with that. Yeah, we'll just how people have questioned you on your grieving process.
So when I go out to the families, the one thing I always say to them is that grief is their way. So there's no right or wrong way to deal with grief. It's your way and your way only. But the one thing I get a lot from people is, well, aren't you over it yet? How can you be over something? Yes, as time goes on, things do change. The grief it's always there, but it becomes, what's the right way of saying it? It's still very hard, but it becomes less
livable.
and you can deal with it better. But there's no right or wrong way to deal with grief. You never get over it.
No.
Never. And to me, it feels like yesterday that Sophie died.
Yeah.
It does.
There'll be some times where it feels like yesterday, and sometimes where it feels like so long ago, where it's so...
Yeah.
Can you remember the voice?
Yeah.
Can you remember the look in the eyes? Yeah.
Well, with me and myself, I mean, one of the biggest things I struggle with is I've never been able to listen to Sophie's voice since she passed away. So when things come up on social media, my volume is always down on social media, always, because I remember one day the clip of her with the BBC came up, and literally a little bit of her voice, and I literally just flung my phone because I didn't want to hear it. And that's one thing I do struggle with, is the fear of hearing her voice again.
Yeah. So with my mum, I at first felt a little bit ashamed of myself, but I couldn't remember her voice, and I was like, I don't know if it's horrible or not. Like, so
It is freezing, isn't it?
it's pretty
I know
cold.
it's really not relevant, but I'm putting my head up. It's freezing.
But we got a load of VHS, so I was like, right, okay, I'm going to get online. I'm going to buy a VHS player, and I had to watch it back to try and remember. And to me, it sounded like a different person. But I don't know if that's because of the quality of the VHS. It's very old technology.
So long
Or
since you
because it's
listened to
been
her
so
voice.
long, yeah. It's and one way grief was described to me, because I don't. It's weird. Like with me, it's not that I don't want to talk. I just don't understand how my head feels sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
a
get
bit
that.
of a weird thing.
It's autistic.
Yeah, it probably is autism, but whatever. But like grief's like an ocean, so the waves are intense close to shore, but then further away they're bigger distances.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you find this, but you can be doing something completely normal, and again, nearly all the time there's something in the back of your head, right?
Oh, God,
there's
yeah.
always something
Yeah.
there, but then there'll just be one thing where it's just like being, well, I don't know if you'll associate with this one, but like being kicked in the balls.
Yes,
like it's just all
absolutely.
of a sudden a kick in the face. There we go, that's a better expression.
Absolutely. For example, there's a shop that we used to go in town with Sophie, and I can't go to a certain section within this shop because although it was brilliant, happy memories of this, I'm going to say it. So we was in a shop in town. I'm not saying name in case I get in trouble, but my daughter was fling shotting thongs across the shop, and I can't go to that section although it's happy memories, it's funny and stuff, but that section really affects me.
Yeah.
I have to walk straight past it. Can't
It's
go
so
there.
strange, isn't it? Like how
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It really is. But in my mind, I'm like chuckling to myself, thinking, "Oh my God, I remember you doing that." Because she was in a wheelchair at the time when she did it, and it was like who could fling them the furthest, and the amount of people that were they weren't mad with us. They were actually laughing with us because they could clearly tell she had no hair and stuff, and they were just laughing, just thinking, I built that memory of my daughter in there, just playing with pants in the shop. It's great.
Did she
Can't
have
go to it.
one of the wheelchairs that has like the stick that can move it about?
No, she didn't.
If she had one of them, she had a mad unfair advantage. Just hook it round, pull it back.
It was going to be a next step, but she didn't get that far, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That would have been an advantage and a half.
Oh, absolutely. She would have loved it.
Yeah.
There's one of my kids who I have a memory of with underwear, especially in the women's section.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He used to run to any of the, especially if they had the mannequins, which is ironic since we've got loads of them downstairs.
Down there now,
Or we've got
haven't we?
CCTV, you leave them mannequins alone. But he used to go up to them, if he could grab the bras, he'd be like, boobies!
See, that's very much my son as well.
I wonder who I got that from.
He'd also motorboat the bras, the empty bras.
I wonder who I got that from.
My son's very much into, is it Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
And at the minute, he's very much like, oh, let's go to the titty bar. I'm like, oh my God, you're 7 years old.
The
Ben,
shoe
what have you
shop.
been teaching him? That's not me. But yeah, it's all fun.
Yeah. So, again, off camera, we spoke a little bit about anniversaries.
Yeah.
So, if you're happy to say that on camera.
So obviously we've now got Lucas. We do find it very difficult around birthdays and obviously the day of her passing. So we tend to return back to places that we took her as a child. We always have Lucas with us. And we just basically find a lot more comfort in returning back to them places than being sat at home just moping about. Or we do go up to see Sophie and stuff, but we get more comfort from visiting places that we took her as a child. And it's just more special, I think, because you get all them memories come flooding back to you and remembering bits that you've forgot, and it's just nice. And it's nice for Lucas as well, because obviously Lucas is trying to understand a lot around Sophie's passing and stuff, so it's nice to return back to places where we've took her and explained to her that she did this, for example, we went back to I think it was Clacton-on-Sea, and there was some big dunes of sand, and Sophie used to roll down them, and when we told Lucas, he was like, oh, what can I do? And we're like, yeah, absolutely, go for it, mate. So he's got that memory of where his sister's been, but now he's created that memory as well, and it's really special.
Yeah, so you get to relive a memory while making one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he can feel some sort of connection.
Absolutely, yeah.
But at the same time, he's still living his best life
absolutely.
by rolling around in the sand.
Yeah,
I still want to roll down a hill to this day.
Yeah.
And I reckon if you don't want to roll down a hill, then what are you doing with your life? That's what
we used to sledge down the hills as kids. We did. We used to love it.
The amount of times that
down Waddington one, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I'll walk through the castle and I'll look, because it's all the hills on the side of it, I just want to run up and just roll down it.
Why don't you?
Because
nothing.
Public opinion in that, isn't it?
Nah, I still jump in puddles.
Why?
I was at nursery the other day.
He volunteers at a nursery.
Yeah. I wasn't just there. Let's clear that up.
That's his education.
That's
now.
my home education, yeah. But no, I was volunteering there, and I forgot to bring me battered up shoes that I always wear there, because kids are messy. So I'm wearing the new shoes I've got. We're walking the kids. One of them jumps in the fattest muddy puddle I've ever seen. It just goes all over me. And I was like, yep, that's typical. The one day where I've had to bring my all right shoes. Nice one. Cheers, guys. Right.
I think the day you stop jumping in puddles is when you realise you've become an adult. You need to start jumping in puddles again to realise you can still have fun as an adult.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or driving them really fast. No, don't do it when someone's walking past. You get in loads of trouble for that.
You can get in trouble, can't you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
That's boring, though.
Yeah, I don't do it when someone's walking past, but I do if I see a puddle and there's no one there, I will splash through it. Just laugh to myself.
You do loads of things when you're driving, though. Like...
Just be careful, because this is on camera.
This is on camera,
and I've applied for a certain job.
No, yeah, but you like aeroplanes. That's what I was going.
Oh yeah.
You'll always. Okay.
Straight line.
Focus on the road, Dad. Do you know where that aeroplane's coming and going from? I can tell you by its wings.
Yeah, because that's how I talk.
It's what you sound like to me whenever you're going about fucking aeroplanes.
I didn't realise I'd come from Yorkshire.
No, that's my mum's influence. Like, anytime I have to do a voice of anything, it's just what, because my mum used to put on all them the nurse documentaries and stuff, and it'd always be Yorkshire. So whenever this person's gone on this rant about anything they care about, it'd always be in this thick Yorkshire accent. So whenever I'm taking piss out of someone, I have to go in that Yorkshire voice. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I can always remember first day in pit. Me and my father worked a 72-hour shift.
But on the thing of taking the piss, you've had some people who aren't doing it in a funny way online. You've had some proper. We're minutes in. We can say this. You've had some proper cunts online, right?
Oh yeah, we're over an hour, and we can say what we want now.
Yeah.
YouTube don't watch this far.
So what's that been like? What sort of stuff's been happening?
So I'll go back to when Sophie was with us. We had the local papers come round and do obviously an article on Sophie and obviously the fundraising that she was doing at the time. And there was a beautiful picture of myself and Sophie. I actually made front page, not just the local paper, several other papers. And I personally got trolled on my appearance. Bearing in mind my daughter's fighting for cancer, the last thing on my mind is doing my hair, putting makeup on, wearing really nice clothes, because that was not my priority. My daughter was my priority. And I got severely trolled on that, to the point where we actually did have to get the police involved in that one. It was horrendous. At the time, my confidence obviously was very, very low. I was very low in myself, obviously watching your daughter going through what she was doing. It really, really impacted me massively, mental health wise as well. I was very, very low over it, and obviously that was resolved, that was dealt with. And then this year it started again over a picture, and I'm thinking, really? Why? I don't get it.
I'm
trying
the
to
screen.
do something really good, and people are, being mean to me. Get a life.
Behind the screen, everyone's brave, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And there must be something really wrong with their personal lives to have the time and the inclination to do it. And again, I've bitten to things online. I won't say I've been an angel. I've bitten to things where someone's had an opinion and I really disagree with it, and I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I've now stopped that. It takes more effort for me to comment, and now I can just scroll past or whatever.
The thing is, this last incident I had, I'm not that person I was 8 years ago. I was very low. I was at my lowest with Sophie. I am a hell of a lot stronger. I'm back to where I was before Sophie was poorly. So these people, they can try now, but it doesn't get to me now. I'm that bigger, stronger person, and I will bite back, because it's wrong what they're doing. And I get it if people are, struggling, and this is how they deal with things that may be going on in their own life. But what they have to do, they have to remember, is the impact they're causing on the person they're causing it to.
Yeah.
But I do bite back now, because I am stronger, and I won't let it get to me no more.
But they've obviously never been in a position where they've had to deal with anything serious.
Yeah.
Because...
Or they could be. It could just be their way of dealing with it. You just don't know what's going on behind that keyboard. But it's just wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah. I saw your post, was it last week?
Which one?
Where they'd started again. Oh, no, it was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? When... Was it a video you put on?
Yes.
Yeah. And it blew my mind. I was like, it's one of them things where I wanted to make comment, but then I probably take things too far. So I was like, right, okay. But it blows my mind how you're doing what you're doing in the community, helping as many people as you can, and there's still some dickheads out there just...
Unfortunately, there is people out there that do it.
One of my
It's just
favorite things is the I see it a lot on TikTok where people will
Screenshot.
find these hate comments and then they'll go deep into their personal. They'll basically just completely go into their IP and everything, just find everything about them, just be like, yeah, your dad would be proud of you, and then they're like, dad left them or something. And it's like, oh wow.
Well, if you want to publicly shame some people, I'm sure I know someone who could hack into them, and we could publicly call them out, and then invite them into the ring here, and you can watch.
No, because we're safe workers.
As much as I would love to say yes on that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to decline on that one. Let the police deal with it.
So have the police actually caught anybody?
So the first one they did. This one, because I was bigger and obviously I was in a lot more better mental state, I dealt with it myself and just had a little bit of fun with them.
Right.
I sent them the whole of the dictionary over and 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 over again, so they couldn't reply back to me, and I did it for about 4 hours constantly, just for a bit of fun. And I just blocked them and just got rid of them.
I had there was an app. I don't know if it's still a thing. You can download it and it gets on your keyboard. You can do it so it just spams it. Like, it will paste a message, send it, paste a message, send it, paste a message, send it, and you can send like 50 messages a second or something.
That's exactly what I did, but with the dictionary.
And it doesn't matter how long the
What, like,
pasting is.
Literally every word?
Every word in the dictionary.
No, because I've done that to someone before. It's
Just
great.
so then they can't get the chance to reply back. I literally, when it went once, I gave it 2 minutes, did it again, and kept going and going and going and going and going and going and going, just to annoy them.
Because you'll
So
get
they
the
didn't get a chance to have a word.
you'll get the notification of what you'll get the notification of what they said back, but you'll just see their message just rise and fly away because you send them about 50. Yeah, it's great.
So, wow. Yeah, that's better than my idea.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
great.
that.
It was good fun. I was sat in the show, obviously. Yeah, it's been professional. I always am, but I thought, do you know what? No, I'm not allowing this to happen. And then I just blocked him. Had my bit of fun and then just blocked him.
You don't take it personal now, then?
Not
it's,
nowadays,
it's just...
because, like I say, I'm a much stronger person than what I was 9 years ago.
Yeah. Just still that you had to go through it's shit.
Yeah. The thing is, again, with social media as well, you get it all the time. You get people spamming you, you get people posting things, and like I say, now I just, whatever. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It does still affect me, don't get me wrong, and it is always generally about appearance, but I am who I am. I'm just me. It is what I am, what I am. If you don't like it, scroll past.
Yeah,
Simple.
exactly. Yeah. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't even have words.
Oh, the best one I had, actually, not long ago was, why don't you put filters on? Well, why do I want to put filters on my pictures of myself? That's not me. And again, I know there's this big thing at the minute around, obviously people do put filters on and stuff, and that's fine because everybody's different in how they feel in their own skin and stuff, but that's not me. I am who I am. I don't want to put a filter on, thank you very much.
Is it that we're at the age where
I think
doing that's a bit too difficult?
Yeah, Botox and wrinkles.
Oh no, I'm on about the tech of doing filters.
Oh, right,
I
okay,
haven't
no,
got a
I was
clue.
on about that.
Oh, my favourite. You two aren't quite at that age yet.
Oh,
Don't
we
worry.
are. Well, I am.
No, it's when people like my opa get access to Facebook, and he was bad for it. Where he'd accidentally just post a selfie of himself on Instagram or something.
Oh, no, off the head.
And it'd just be the like lowest angle. He'd always be like down here. Just post a picture of himself. That was quality stuff. Or he'd accidentally put stuff on his story and it'd just be, he'd have it on the back camera. And I've been at his house before when he's done it, and you just even go, oh, you bollocks. As he's just posted a picture of his feet onto
Or
Instagram.
he sends a message to someone as his status.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not at that age.
He's
No.
the amount of times that he's rang me and said, hello?
What did you ring me for?
What did you ring me for? No, you rang me. No, Opa. No, I didn't. I think something's going wrong here.
Yeah.
He's oh, bless him.
Bless the older generation. Bless them.
But
Yeah, that's going to be us in like 15 years' time.
give it 10. But yeah, no, I'll try. You only have to scroll on Facebook for like 2 minutes, and you'll find the comment sections of old people's selfies are the best thing on Facebook. Like their profile pictures, and they'll always have the little the banners around their pictures. They're great. I know. You're making me sound like an idiot here, but it's you two. Promise.
No, I have seen it.
Yeah, I think I know what you're on about.
Yeah, I get it.
Most relevant. I don't want to see. I want to see all of them because I want to look at.
So I brushed over quickly reaction at wrestling, and it's a little different for yourself. But is there anything from the wrestling apart from Sophie seeing wieners that you've gone? That's really funny. Like a funny story that's happened at any of the events that you've been along to, or.
I think I'm still learning very much about the stories and stuff that you guys put on, because sometimes I sit there and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they doing that? So I'm still very, I don't really know the story. I can't really explain it because I'm not into wrestling. I come along, I bloody enjoy the shows every single year. Come on, because like I say, they're so well put together. You can definitely tell that the majority of the people that are there have either been impacted by cancer, like you say, the wrestlers, the stories that obviously your wrestlers say about families or friends. But the actual show itself, I'm like, what are they doing that for? I don't get it.
What's that one?
What's that? Why are they wearing that? Oh, don't that hurt them? Because you think, obviously, all these props that you guys sometimes are using, I think, oh my God, he's just hit him round the head with a chair. Did it actually hit him or didn't it hit him?
Put that clip of Jey Uso in the other night. Jesus.
I don't know.
They hit.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You was bonkers as what I thought you was.
And then you saw the video of my debut and like, it's all gone shit. Right, we're not showing up this year.
Yeah, the weaponry and everything like that, it's all real.
Whoever watched.
Where do you get these outfit ideas from? For example, that bloke that come down to the shop at the weekend, was it a horse he had in his hand?
He had the hobby
Oh,
horse, yeah.
Lenny.
Yes.
That was him.
What the heck is that all about?
That's
So,
Mice and Men,
I like my plunger better though. That was better.
We the Lenny character is literally ripped off of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
So
Okay.
English class with, oh my God, what was his name? The one who was always drunk.
Don't know. Haven't got a clue.
Ginger ale, he was always drunk. That's all I remember about him. Yeah, I remember doing that book there. So the character came about from that.
It's mental that I did that same book as well. That in the 25 years.
All right, calm down with that.
No, but in the difference of time since you were at school compared to me, we'd do the same shit.
Good story.
Yeah, but that's bad that we're doing the same topics as you were.
You know, for us, history was World War II. For you, it's 9/11.
No, we did World War II.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Right, Lenny. The horse came about. I think I was in St Barnabas of all places again, and I saw it there. It weren't even priced up. It had only just been brought in. I went, I need that. Why? I was like, I need it now. Give it a price. I want to buy it because I've got a wrestler who plays a cowboy and he's a little bit
Lenny.
Yeah. And he needs a pet horse. So we got it, and it was just supposed to be as a joke for him. Oh my days, he has made that into something. So I don't know if you noticed, it was covered in tape.
Yeah.
He's had it hit over him a couple of times where it's broke, and he just retapes it up because it's his horse.
My horse.
But now he's even got inflatable versions of it that
gosh.
people buy.
Fair enough.
So,
that's how he's known by then.
But I think we need... So if you ever get a hobby horse come in,
Yeah.
before it's priced up and given to the public, give us first refusal, because I think he needs a new one.
A hobby horse.
Yeah,
Okay.
because his stick's very broken.
Okay.
In real life, though, how different is he to the character, though? Because you spoke to him as...
He was very quiet.
Yeah.
They both were, to be fair. They're both quiet.
The one in the
What,
mask?
the horse?
Yeah.
The horse.
Both of them. The one in the mask, and one of the girls went, why has he got that over his face? I'm like, because that's his character.
That's because of his
But
face.
Can he see out of it? I'm like, well, clearly he can, but probably not very well.
Yeah, if we had him without the mask on, he'd probably owe... Is it called CSA? He'd probably owe CSA everywhere, and...
Oh dear.
Yeah, and it's his face.
You just made the list. Seriously, mate,
Isn't
you're
it
going to
amazing
jail.
how they change though from being probably, I mean, obviously I don't know them personally, but they were very quiet people, and then all of a sudden they went into this different character,
Yeah.
which I thought was quite funny, to be fair. It was different.
There's some who are very similar to what they are on stage with the volume turned up,
Yeah.
and there's some that are so different.
That's me.
But
So
that could be their way of, like many of things, isn't it? When they're in character stuff, they're releasing a lot of things that they feel that they may not be able to do
yeah.
in normal.
Yeah. One thing I always say to them here is they don't know who's sat in the audience.
Yeah.
So some people look at our job, it's a proper joke. We're play fighting, you know, when you dumb it right down to the bare bones, you play fighting and you're grown adults, what are you doing? The way I describe to them is, yeah, we're having fun. We're all doing something we enjoy doing. You know, whether you're at a trainee level or you're at a professional level, it's a fun job. You get to do some really cool stuff and you get to meet loads of cool people. But in that audience, and again, I know other companies do it, but I can only speak for ourselves. There's been times where we've invited kids down who have been sick, or they've got sick family members, or they're in very difficult situations. Again, I don't want to go into too much because it's not fair for me to tell other people's stories. But for that 2 hours, that person isn't thinking about what's going on. You're taking them out of that situation. It's like being at a movie or at theatre or anything like that. For 2 hours, you can suspend your disbelief. You can be part of something that's just there for you to boo and cheer and shout and scream at. And sometimes that is just as important for the performer as it is for the person in the audience who's going through the shit time at home or the illness or whatever. I know the day my mum died, I was at Yarborough School, and they'd asked us to come down as part of was it a PE thing or something like that? Where we were teaching kids the basics of what we do. And for that whole day, it just gave me something to focus on. And then straight away went into planning, making Body Slams to Cancer a bigger thing. Yeah. So I know we've had people who have lost family members or going through breakups or whatever it is. To them, the training time or the show time, it's just something to take them away from real life.
Yeah,
so.
No, I completely get that. It's the same with like the shop. Well, not just the shop, but the charity as such. That's how a lot of my grief has gone in. It's the charity as itself has helped me massively. And the gym as well. I go to the gym. The gym's been a massive impact for me. Massively, it's helped me. Yeah. It's just having that something different to focus on rather than thinking of, you know, what went on and how she died and them last moments. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Very much so.
I think the sport in general is massively under... I know people speak about it a lot, but it's massively under appreciated how much it helps the brain.
It does, and I've said to this day that the gym it's saved me. It has, and I say that to anybody. It really has saved me. Yeah. It has.
So, a little bit more about the shop, because we haven't really spoke about the shop that much. So... give us some more about that.
Okay, so the shop has always been something that we've wanted to do. It was all pre-COVID, and then obviously COVID hit, and we had to be, you know, very, cautious about what we did next. Obviously, the world was in a bit of a pickle, so we needed just to make sure that enough funds were coming in to obviously cover the caravans, the rent, and all of that. And then last year, so it was actually a year this Saturday just gone. Say a couple of months before, I received a letter from a solicitor, and I just thought, it's a con, whatever. I just put it aside. I didn't think anything of it, and then more and more kept coming, and I thought, this is a bit strange. Basically, a man that I had never met in my life, never spoken to, I've never had any contact with this gentleman. Unfortunately, he passed away, and he left his estate to ourselves, and I think it was 6 or 7 other charities, so it was all split equally between us all. But he'd obviously been following our story online and stuff, and it was basically for us to start the charity shop. He specifically put it was to get you started with the charity shop. So I started looking for, you know, units and stuff, and I thought, oh my God, this is actually going to become real. So a gentleman called Ronald, his name was Ronald. Signed for the keys, like I say, a year Saturday just gone, and that's where we launched Sophie's Journey Pre-Loved Charity Shop. So we've now got our shop, obviously because of this gentleman's donation.
I think people use it as a joke, don't they? Are going to leave it to the cat's protection or to this charity, that charity, or whatever. But stuff like that, unreal the difference it makes,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, it is. It's made a massive impact. Well, massive thing for our charity. Like I say now, not only are obviously we're selling a lot of pre-loved items in the shop, we're able to meet families come into the shop. People in the community obviously are coming back, oh, I didn't know about you, I know of such and such that, you know, was going through, can I pass your details on? Absolutely. We've had more businesses get involved with us. The community's just been fantastic, and we've really have built up a great relationship with the community where we are as well, and it's brilliant. It's fantastic.
I know a few of our guys got lost getting there, but once you get there, it's actually really easy. There's plenty of parking.
Yeah, loads of parking, free parking. We're open Monday to Saturday, 9:30 till 4. If you're wanting to bring donations down, we always do say just double check with us, because we get inundated with donations, and we do have to say at some point, unfortunately, we can't take them at the minute, but give us a week and we'll get through what we've got, and then we'll obviously be able to take more. But yeah, it's been brilliant. I really am grateful for the community getting behind us on it. I really am.
There's some great stuff in there as well.
There is, and a lot of the feedback that we're getting from people is, why are your items so cheap? The way I see it is, they're donations, so they've not cost us absolutely anything. And because we get so many good quality donations, our turnaround is so quick in that shop. So they're coming in, we're pricing them accordingly, not expensive, they're out the shop, the stock changes all the time in there. We're forever asking for new stuff because we're running out.
Well, I know when I came in to bring a poster 2 events ago, I think,
Yeah.
I saw a pair of trainers. I don't know if you remember, but I was like, oh my days. And
Trying to think
I
which
think
ones
they were
are.
2 sizes too big, because I was
Is
like,
that the Jordans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I want Jordans, guys.
my lad or myself would definitely have them, and then the size was just too big. So,
Gutted.
but yes, there's some real gems in there. So
Can someone buy me Jordans, please?
Yes, we do. We get a lot of new products as well that people donate, and we've also got a really good relationship with a lot of businesses as well in Lincoln, that when they get down to a certain amount of things, or they have returns that got the slightest mark on, they come to the shop as well. So it's really good that local businesses are getting behind us as well.
yeah, that's really good, because I've spoke to people before where supermarkets bin stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
I have heard. I mean, I've never seen it myself, but I have heard.
Well,
it
not
does
just
happen.
supermarkets, designers, places and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember speaking to one person who did security at, oh God, like Louis Vuitton or something like that, some
Yeah.
really big brand. And it might have been Calvin Klein. I can't. It was some brand anyway. And rather than donating clothes that are out of season, once that end of season sale's finished, they get a knife and just slash it all up, throw it in a
gosh.
skip, because
that is a
it
waste.
devalues their
Yeah.
brand to send it anywhere else. And I'm
wow,
like,
didn't realise that.
wow, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good that places are giving things
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
find a home. You know, a little mark to some people is nothing.
It's
you know.
nothing. It may come out in the wash, or it may just not be noticeable. It doesn't matter.
No, and there's so many people. Like, I can't remember if we said this off camera, but the cost of living is insane. So you know, for you to have a little luxury item with a little mark on it, does it matter?
No, it doesn't
I
matter.
do
at all.
like looking for football kits at charity shops.
Yeah, I think I've said that a couple of times, haven't I?
They come in and they go out, unfortunately.
That's something I like doing. Anytime I go into town, I always look.
Yeah, we do get them in, but they're not out 2 minutes
Yeah.
before they're gone. Yeah, we do get a lot of resellers in the shop. Again, that doesn't bother me one bit, because at the end of the day, they're putting money in the tills. Doesn't bother me.
You're getting paid the same amount no matter what they're doing, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And then it's providing an income for their family as well, so it works both ways.
Yeah, I know people have got upset about it. I don't know. If you're reselling, maybe give them a little bit more, because you can always like add a bit more to a donation,
Yeah.
can't you?
Yeah, we do
So-
have some resellers that do come back in and say, look, I've sold this. I got a lot more than what I originally
Oh, that's
thought
good.
it would, and they bring us a bit more money in.
That's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, really good. Because I remember way back, oh God, I would have been 17, maybe.
that's a year older than me.
Great. I would go into, I mean, back then there weren't as many charity shops in
No,
town that
no.
I remember. There was maybe 3 or 4 that I remember. But I'd go into them and buy things like leather jackets and sell them. and get more money. And then I remember someone saying to me how cheeky it was, and I stopped doing it. But if people are making money off it and then giving back, that's awesome, because then you're still making what you valued the product at, but then to get an extra donation is great. So if you go into resell, do that.
Or buy me Jordans.
So we ask people for a Hall of Fame person or a Hall of Fame moment, and this is not wrestling specific.
Okay.
So it's anybody, and it can be something funny or it can be something real. Anybody you would put in your own, if you had your own personal Hall of Fame, a person and a moment from life that you'd put in there.
I mean, I would be majorly surprised if this one was wrestling related. To be fair. Andre the Giant.
I'm going to go back to when I was a kid, because I used to be a massive Take That follower. Unfortunately, he's like, ooh. And I was very, very lucky that I did get chances to meet Take That. So I'd probably have to say them, because I don't know, just when I was a kid, they were my heroes. They were my idols.
It was that other. What was the other one? The Americans, Backstreet Boys, was it?
Oh, yeah, no, thank you.
I remember like the girls were split. It was either them or them, wasn't it?
No. So I'd probably say them.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That's that song. I think every lad at school,
All right.
every lad at school
Yeah.
liked that music video, but didn't dare say it, because back then, ooh, you're gay,
Yeah.
right?
never
But
Be a lot of
that
stigma around
that music
remember
video
that,
was
yeah.
insane,
Never watched it.
and it's become
No
iconic.
one watches music anymore. No one watches music videos anymore on Culture.
I can't remember last time I saw a music video, to be fair.
No, I don't think they're
Yeah,
even
she's
made
still a thing.
anymore. Really?
I think they are, but they're more for like people to try and go viral, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think that's how a lot of new artists break out, and then they just
Or they just shake their ass on it.
yeah.
Isn't that the way it's always been though with music videos? Because we were at,
maybe.
You think about it, back in our days, it was very much like short skirts,
Yeah.
boobs out, men with the muscly arms. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
we were at the holiday park in Cleethorpes, and they were playing the wrong song for different music videos, which really did my head
Yes,
in,
yeah,
by
they
the
were.
way. They did that loads, but the music videos were all just that, and they were all like depicting nights, so they all looked the same,
Yeah.
all like nights out, and then
Yeah, Nights Out was more of a early 2000s thing, if I remember right. And then 90s was either very pop music, and you would see a fair bit, or very... and again, 90s to early 2000s, there was a lot of really aggressive rock, punk rock, and new rock. But back then, there was loads of music channels as well, where you could ring up and press 3 digits on your phone. Do you remember that? You press 3 digits on your phone, and then you'd page your mate to tell him, look, that's me putting these 3 numbers in, and you'd change it and do it again. That's how sad we were back then.
fun.
Or what was the messenger app where you'd all message each other on the computer? Look, I'm ringing in now.
Oh, it was...
MSN?
yes.
SMN?
Yeah,
Yeah.
MSN.
Yeah,
it was.
MSN.
Messi Suarez Neymar.
Yeah.
God. Wow.
Is that still a thing? I guess it's not, is it?
No,
Well, no,
I
because we don't have
think
to
it
pay
has.
to message.
You
You
It's
didn't
all
have to pay to
WhatsApp
message
and
them.
stuff now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is...
Do-
I have data on my
Here's a
phone.
question. Do you know what ASL means?
Nah.
What does it mean?
Do you not remember that?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was going to say.
I mean, I was really hoping you'd say something like, "Oh, how did I forget?" No, I ain't. got
So
fucking
it's when
clue.
you'd randomly chat to weird people in chat rooms.
So Omegle.
No, because there was no videos then.
Oh.
So it was just like
So a lot less
it was just like
penises.
basically it was a room full of kids and a room full of noncy people, but it was only words. And then to find out who each other's were, you'd say ASL, age, sex, location. And then obviously the wrong uns would be more contained in there, and they'd tell you they were a 10-year-old or 15-year-old, however old you were, but they'd ask you first.
How does that even work? Because the way Omegle works, it's just a bunch of nonsense, obviously. Do they have to like type out 8 equals
It wasn't
equals
typing
backdash?
like that.
It's actually on a computer.
It was on a computer.
Oh, on a
like-
computer. There you go. Fucking typing like that. If that makes you feel any better, you old bastard.
And your moment Your Hall of Fame moment.
You have moments all the time, you bastard.
What do you mean by that?
So if you could replay one moment over and over again, or pick one moment that you could just go back to again and again, whenever you chose to.
I'd probably say it'd have to be something to do with Sophie. That's a very special memory with Sophie that I would love to relive over and over again. I'd probably say it would be the first time that she ever won a award at one of the dance competitions that she used to do, and she'd wanted one for years and years and years and years and years, and then one year she won this award, and it meant a lot. It really did. I know it's not personally about me, but
No, but you were there to be part of it.
I think it was that because she was so proud when she got that. She even went to bed with it. I remember Ben going up and taking a picture. But you never guess what? She's only bloody slept with that bloody trophy, hasn't she? Because she was so proud that she finally got it. So yeah, I'd probably say it'd be that.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we asked for a black ball moment or a black ball thing. So that's one thing if you could,
Just
without consequence, get rid of, and it's never there again.
Well, you know what I'm going to say to that, don't you?
I can imagine.
It's going to be cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Andre the Giant.
No, it's going to be get rid of it, but we know that's never going to happen. I'd love it to.
I probably sound like a conspiracy theorist. I think there is a cure.
I do, yeah, because you get a lot of this that, for example, Sophie, her trial was not based. So when we was told that there was nothing more they could do for Sophie, go home, let her die. That was it. That was a consultant, not our one. It was a different one. And then our consultant obviously heard about this, and he was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't say that. There is possibly other options and stuff." We was put on a trial that was based in America that not even come out over in the UK, and she did so well on that trial up until probably 3 months before she passed away. I think there's more into that trial that's not being discussed. I think, I do agree with you. I do think potentially.
I think there's so much money in keeping people sick. If you prevent it, where's the money come from? Yeah. And it's so sad that we think like that. And 30 years ago, you'd have been called crazy and give you a tinfoil hat and lock you up. But with the amount of money that's gone into research, it doesn't always go into research, but with the amount that does, it blows my mind there's nothing. Yeah. I did read the other day, but again,
here we go.
It's who you believe in all this media war that's going on in a minute, but apparently Russia have got the cure. And they're going to put it out to the people. The problem, and I can't remember who I spoke with this about the other day, if there was a cure and it's how it is now, the world with Russia and China and NATO and all that shit that's kicking off that I try and ignore, it'll be weaponized, which would be the next thing, wouldn't it? But I genuinely think there's something out there. I think, there's a little bit of me that thinks nature's got the answer somewhere, but again,
fucking hippie Jim Jesus.
I'm no brainy person, but I think there's a lot of research to say that there's stuff in nature that can help. Again, something else that I read was bee venom, which sounds mental, but there's research that bee venom can kill cancer cells at the early stages.
Wow.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
On a light note, we're going to end this not on the really sad topic that is people are money hungry cunts. Why is it a tinfoil hat?
I don't know.
Why
To stop the
Why is it a tinfoil hat?
stop the radio waves listening to your brain. I don't know.
The phone signals. They're telling you they're in the water and they're making the frogs gay.
Before we call it though,
I'm certain
we spoke earlier and it was brushed over symptoms.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can talk about real quickly about symptoms so people know what to?
Okay.
potentially look out for?
The main common ones I would say would be headaches constantly, sickness, balance, serious weight loss, problems with their eyesight, bruising more for obviously leukemia and stuff, you know, noticing lots of different patches. But what I will say is, if you are unsure, always go to the Grace Kelly Foundation. They have a full list on there of symptoms and signs to look out for. And if you feel you need to go to the doctors over these, if they don't listen to you, make sure you push and push. Don't
Massively
let them
important point.
keep pushing, because our biggest thing with Sophie was that nobody listened to us. It took us 6 months for finally somebody to listen to us, and that wasn't our local GP. We gave up on them and we went to the walk-in centre. I still to this day say, if it wasn't for that doctor listening to us, I don't think we would have had as much time as what we did have left with Sophie. They listened to me.
The sad thing about that
is it's now closed.
Well, I was going to say this is more common.
Oh God, yeah.
The amount of GPs that do not listen.
Yeah.
And I get it. They have a pretty stressful job, right? No one's denying that.
The problem is as well with these symptoms is they're very similar to the most like common illnesses with children, coughs, colds, and all that sort of stuff. But you know your own child.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Just push, keep going, and if they don't listen, take them elsewhere. Go get a different doctor to see them. And that's
Be your
what we
child's
did.
advocate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we know a lady who a couple of years ago passed away, and I think her husband had come round to the house and asked, again, I'm not going to name him because it's not my story, but he'd asked for a thermometer, and Becca went round and she went, you need to go and get a second opinion. Like, you know, all the things that's happened to you before, you need to go, and the doctors just didn't want to listen. It's far too common. If you think there's something wrong with yourself, with your child, keep pushing.
Absolutely.
Speak up and get second opinions. You're entitled to it.
Yeah, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
We went elsewhere.
Well, I don't know if you want to change the tone to end it on a slightly happier note than money laundering medical people and
that's the wrong term.
Doctors.
Money laundering's the complete wrong term.
No, if they're in pharmaceuticals and they're keeping money to not cause cure.
No, that's dirty money.
Okay, dirty money, whatever.
Money, you silly twat. That's money hungry. As I said earlier, you prick. I'm still not over that fucking hot chocolate. I haven't found a time to probably rant about it. That hot chocolate has ruined my life.
And we're ending on a bad hot chocolate.
There's fuck all in it. It's shit. Didn't even taste like Kit Kat either. Put the Kit Kat pod in, it just tasted like fucking hot chocolate. Not Kit Kat at all. Bullshit. Stupid. That's what I'm blackballing today. Include everything, agree with that. But also the Kit Kat hot chocolate's getting chucked in there as well. That's ruined my life. Fucking shit.
So, really appreciate your time coming down.
Thank you for having me.
It's, twice this week. 3 times this week.
Is it 3 times?
Yeah, well, we're on Monday now. It's first time this week.
Okay, yeah.
But 3 times over the past few days I've seen you.
That's good. Looking forward to the show.
Yeah, so 20th of October. People can come and talk to you there if they wanted to come and have a chat, if they wanted to speak about the shop or the caravan or the, how did you word it? Property.
Yes.
Yeah. If you've got any questions, come along. I will link in your social media.
Thank you very much.
And the graphic of your opening hours and everything like that. I'll be dropping that in at some point anyway. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
You're forgetting to do my job because you've already started doing my job, but you've forgotten the important part of it.
So do it.
No, you do it. You're already doing it.
I don't know what
now.
part you're talking about.
Took my job. You need to redo that bit again.
Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, rate us on the podcast
Nice one.
podcast platforms. Put a little.
This guy's verbally dyslexic as well, because I
I'm
can tell you.
verbally dyslexic.
I can tell you full
dyslexic.
well you read that perfectly fine. As well, I can tell you that.
And then what's the other bit I need to say? The comments, shares. I've said share. Just boost our algorithm. Do stuff that's free and helps us get more reach. There you go.
Well done. Proud of you.
Say bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Clap your hands.